Well, good afternoon, YouTube. Kenny back with you again, and wanted to do the next video in the series and kind of start addressing some everyday items. If you are involved at all in the preparedness field or any tactical type background, you've heard the EDC term thrown around a lot over the last few years. EDC meaning everyday carry. And for everybody, it's something different. So EDC means something different to me than it does to you, just because of what I'll be encountering throughout the day, where I'm at, and what I'm doing. And my EDC changes and evolves quite a bit. You know, of course, everyday wallet, so that I've always got my concealed carry permit with me, and of course cash on hand. I'm a person who's pretty anti-credit, anti-electronics, so always have cash on hand. Ran into an experience here very recently where went to get gas one day and the pumps were down because nationwide Phillips 66 processing was down. Everybody at the gas station was all in a flutter, all in a panic. They couldn't buy gas. I had no troubles with cash. They want to steer you away from cash in today's society. They don't want you to have cash. We'll talk more about that in another video. Always have a knife with me, usually several, but for just everyday pocket carry, this is my usual EDC knife. Kershaw Emerson CQB knife. I really like this one. Bought this at work. I always carry a little multi-tool with me. Love the Gerber dime. These are very inexpensive, but they've got everything on them. Got a really nice knife blade in there. You've got scissors, you've got tweezers that pull out from the side over here. Bottle opener, not that I'll plan on needing that, but got a Phillips blade in there. You got a regular screwdriver blade in there also. Your Gerber dime will also open up to give you a nice little pair of spring-loaded needle nose pliers with a wire cutter on there. Handy little tool. Love these things. I've got several of these. I carry one in my bug out bag also. Also part of my EDC. Gotta have some essential oils with me. A good friend of mine led me into essential oils here recently, and essential oils have some awesome preparedness and survival uses. So if you haven't dove into the essential oil arena yet, you might want to start looking into those. I'm going to do some videos on essential oils eventually, but this is a product from doTERRA called On Guard. It's basically an antiviral, kills germs. I take a couple of these a day in this little bead form. It's got the essential oil inside a little bead. Swallow a couple of those a day. Actually, don't swallow them, they dissolve in your mouth. Kill germs. They're awesome. Little EDC pocket pouch that I carry. It has some goodies in it. Got a lighter in there. Got a few band-aids. Got some duct tape wrapped around an old card. Got a little pry bar. These little titanium pry bars are awesome. They come in all different sorts of sizes. I always recommend those things. You can do some cool things with those little pry bars. Got some compression tape wrapped around the lighter. It helps keep the button from being pressed down and releasing the gas, and that compression tape also is reusable. It's the stuff you buy that you can use to wrap around a gun stock, but it's got a million uses, so it's kind of handy. Medications, ibuprofen, Aleve, things along those lines. Carry all that stuff in a little pouch. Always have a flashlight on me at all times. If I'm carrying a bag, I'll have several lights on me, but this is a little Phoenix flashlight. Love this thing. Very bright. This is the LD09. Phoenix makes some really awesome stuff. I'll do some reviews on some flashlights eventually too. Kind of give some recommendations on what I've found. I'm a flashlight and pocket knife addict. My buddies will tell you that. Too many knives and too many lights, but I keep buying them. And probably my most important tool that I carry with me every day. This, as of late, has been my EDC firearm. Little Smith & Wesson M&P Bodyguard with a laser on it. 380. 6-round magazine in that. I always carry at least one spare magazine with me, depending on what I'm carrying for the day, what type of clothing. I may even carry a second spare magazine. I like those Tac-Lite Pro pants from 511. Lots of pockets on those, and if I'm wearing those, I've got room for extra magazines. I used to carry this bag as my EDC bag. This is a field line backpack from Walmart. It's basically a copycat of the 511 Rush 24, or Rush 12, I'm sorry. Very nice pack, holds a lot of stuff. And some days I still carry that with me. It's more of a get-home bag than anything. Good to put in the vehicle. But due to restrictions at work now, I'm unable to carry that bag with me at work. There's just not room for it in the locker. And we're not able to have these at our desks anymore like we used to. So I've got a distinct advantage in some of those areas to where I'm really, really close to home. I can drive from my house to my workplace in about 3 minutes. I could walk from one to the other in probably 15. So it doesn't take a lot to get me from work to home. So if I'm out on the road, then this bag goes with me. But as far as going to work daily now, it's mainly just pocket items. I'll talk about those 511 pants eventually in another video and go over those. They've got some great reviews out there from a lot of other YouTube channels too. They're great for carrying stuff. And eventually we'll talk about your get-home bag. We'll go over this bag eventually and dump the contents. You'll see at a glance there's a radio on there. You'll see there's first aid pouch on there. Another flashlight, Kubaton, another flashlight, multi-tools. There's a lot of stuff that I love to carry. I'm a gadget person, I'll admit that, and I love my gadgets. But this just kind of gives you a little bit of an idea of what my EDC looks like most days. The most important things that I make sure I have with me every day. Day in, day out. I'd love to see what you're carrying. Get on the comments. Show me what you've got. What's worked for you, what hasn't worked. And as always, we'll keep on cranking the videos out. Do one soon on bug out bags and the bug out philosophy. When and where do you do it? And in the meantime, ask yourself this question. Are you ready?